Coming to you from the world where the Triforce Goddesses and the Random Number Gods collide, this is the Link to the Past Randomizer 2021 tournament. Hi again, everybody. I'm Jex Ruffy, and I'm joined along with Killer App 23. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Jex. How are you doing today?
I am doing good. We've got a hype match today. We've got Tso15 and Andy from Group Y in the winner's bracket. And this is their first game of this best of three match.
Yeah, it should be hype. Both runners won their first matchup in their groups. Hotly contested. Pretty solid group overall there. Andy taking out 1-up 2-1, and Tso taking out Sabotender 2-1. So they'll be matching up here in the upper bracket final of this group.
Absolutely. Andy's one of the probably, I would say, the best known runners in the Zelda randomizer community. Tso's been new, but he's been coming up, and I mean, to get as far as he has right now, he's clearly has the skills.
Yeah, you can say that for about everyone in this tournament. Making it through qualifiers was extremely rough.
I mean, somehow, look, you clearly qualified because you're good, Killer App. Somehow I qualified. I still don't understand how I qualified.
Hey,
so.
he played the right races.
Anyway, so we are just a few seconds away from this getting underway. Oh, hey, we're underway. Today we'll have bad luck. Well, if Tso's stream was any indication earlier before the race, it may not be good. Hey, there's booms.
It's always a good start in your first chest for escape here, because you're not guaranteed bombs or the 3 chests in the back of escape.
Meanwhile, we got a map check from Tso. Green pendant Eastern, red pendant Hera, and 5-6 crystal at Desert. So, a lot of pendants in the Dark World to start. And the item today is Cane of Samaria.
Not a bad starting item. Has its uses early and late in the game.
Mm-hmm. And while we were getting through that early game stuff, we had a Tier 1 sub from Primal Shulk, 9 months in a row. Sub hype. And so from here, we're just going through Hyrule Castle and just gonna see what things go along as we're going to rescue Zelda.
Yep. Either player will have to kill any enemies for bombs for the back of escape, and we know 2 guaranteed items in the chest, the small key, which Andy picks up right here, and there will be a map.
Both runners just making their way through. Standard escape sequence is pretty straightforward. You get an item that you can take out the 6 guards and a rat that you have to kill. Actually, no, it's 4 guards and a rat. Oh, hey, there's powder. Because you have these 3, you have the ball and chain carded Zelda cell, and then you have the rat in the dungeon, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and Cane Samaria, maybe not good for the ball and chain guard, but it makes that the last key rat an easier kill, for sure. As we will see pot strats from both players.
I've actually put a block on a ball and chain guard after doing 1 pot. Don't know exactly which is faster, but
start off with powder, shield. Probably have to see quite a few progression items with the early 2 pennants in the light world.
Bow would be very interesting to find right now.
Obviously, both runners would like to see something like boots early on. Maybe a sword or the hammer for good early weaponry. Maybe even some money for purchases in Kakariko.
Yeah, I mean, you got $30 in Blind's Hut. You've got $20 in the well. So, I mean, at this point, even if they don't find another Centola, you just do an extra run through Blind and you should have enough. But, I mean, more cash is always good. And you got a little bit of a lead on Tso at this point. There's Fairy in a bottle.
Always good to get a bottle before entering CAC so you can get all those one-off checks done early, not have to make a special trip back.
Tso going with the double heart beeps, because, of course, why not? Well, rats are on the money pack. There's the map, $20 and $50. So hey, there's bottle vendor money once you get through the words. Blind Hut.
So it looks like with this much money and a couple bombs, both players probably will go to CAC early on, since we didn't get any progression other than the starting Canis Maria. So we see Ether.
Yeah, that might be progression, but we won't know until we see Mire or Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm. We'll see our first small divergence here as Andy goes straight to Los Woods as Tso decides to go up north, get a tree pole, maybe check the bush crab for items, and then check lumberjack item.
Tier 2 pulls $5 today. Our first Hyrulean Andrew Jackson in the mushroom spot.
Which, in this case, is a blue mail item, which they're taking out, mail upgrades are taken out of the pool in hard mode. Also a lamp there for Andy.
Yeah, so you can only get to Tempered Sword, Fire Shield, and then Bow without silver arrows. So at this point, seeing that 20 means that it has to be a mail upgrade, because if it was any of the other things, you'd be able to pick it up, because it allows you to get the item, and then once you max out, then they become the Andrew Jacksons. Blind's Hut has a 300, Quake, $50, and flippers. So much for worrying about bottle vendor money. Now we may have enough for Zora.
Yeah, early flippers too could be telling the players that, hey, I better make a trip to the area when I do South Shore.
Well, it's got a big 20. Another piece of heart. Actually, that's the first one. Sticks, mirror, and bombs. And just 20 bucks away from Zoracat money.
Yeah. Without a weapon, though, we might see Andy buy more bombs here.
Well, we've got Sick Kid in the tavern. See if more bombs come along. Nope, just a piece of heart there.
You could also use the cane like a mini Moldorm cave.
Mm-hmm. It's another piece of heart. Yeah, you need one bomb for mini Moldorm cave. You need one bomb for Ice Rod cave. So you're good right now. The only thing really you would need... The only thing potentially where you would run into bomb problems is if there's an item on the race game.
And it looks like Andy, too, is using his shovel that he just got to also dig up maybe bomb drop through in the ground. Not getting good RNG at this point.
Nope. And it's
Another 300. So,
don't think they'll be getting that.
yeah, you never know.
Or he's going for it.
That's enough to probably cover the rest of the costs, like for a pod or if you need more bombs at some point.
Yeah.
You won't have to worry about money the rest of the seed.
Tso's also going to... Well, he might be going for shovel. Does he go north or east? He goes east. He ain't worrying about
I
it.
don't know why he didn't go check shovel there.
So I imagine the direction that Andy's going here, this is to go buy bombs, check Lake Hylia Island, and then probably go to Hobo, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, power!
Oh, there's a glove. Oh my. Well, unlucky Andy didn't think about doing that right away. So, but half magic on Lake Hylia, yes. As Andy goes up to the Hobo.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you did fine.
Hobo has piece of heart, so that's first heart. Andrew Jackson in the dam.
And we see another green 20, which would be our red mail. So normal seed, you would have red mail. Tso would have red mail right now.
Does get the heart container though, and go ahead for mini Moldorm cave. So yeah, with Tso only having 2 bombs, you're really only gonna be using Cane Samaria here. Big 20 and a piece of heart in the Waterfall of Lishing.
Also to note, with that glove, Tso now has access to Tower of Hera with the lamp, the glove, and the mirror.
Yeah, just can't clear the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, gets more bombs.
Whole lot of nothing there, mini Moldorm Cave.
I mean, with only having 1 bomb left, those bombs are something.
Yeah.
Not much of anything, but it's still something. Zora just has sticks. And I didn't see what was on Zora Ledge, but if Andy's not going for it, it ain't important. Chat saying it was a red rupee.
Nice full magic drop there from the crabs.
Our big 20 there. So now we'll see Tso probably follow in Andy's footsteps through the Zora checks. And then question will be for Andy. What does he do after that?
Yeah.
The one thing about missing out on that shovel is if that is the only glove that's needed for Dark World access, you have to think that Andy would find it sooner rather than later if he gets bottlenecked by it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after this he'll probably do the... He might get baited into dipping Eastern Palace. If there's nothing in Sahasrah's hut.
Yeah, as Philion is staying in chat, early bottlenecks are better than late bottlenecks.
For sure. If you're dipping Eastern Palace, it's probably better for it to be a pendant that may not be required to go back in.
I mean, it's green pendant, so
Yeah,
either way, you're going to be stuck with one item on the boss.
right. Looks like Tso will be the first to head over towards Sahasrah and Eastern. See what they decide to do. Oh, Tso hasn't checked Tobu yet.
Or like Hylian Island.
Yeah.
Andy's now going for shovel and we'll get that glove.
Okay, it looks like both are deciding to head towards Eastern Palace instead of up to the mountain.
Big 20 heart piece and 3 hundo. Man, all the 3 hundos early. Andy, meanwhile, is going to save and quit. This is either... Okay, Sank means he's going up to the mountain. Really, all it's... I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tso's... Like, you were about to say Tso's going to keep going to Eastern. I was going to finish with... All they really have left is Agina at this point. I mean, they can check Lumberjack, but... I actually think Tso checked and it was just a big 20, so it's really just Agina or the mountain at this point, or Eastern. Mushroom to start.
Interesting.
We've got real powder, so you're not going to be worried about the fake stuff. It's really just a time sink heading over there, which honestly is kind of minimal at this point, because you can just start at Link's house, go to the whirlpool, and you're right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually play with or without flippers to get a... Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Well.
But the old put the required item in the dungeon trick.
Doesn't hurt Andy right now because there can always be a second bow with progressive bows. It doesn't have to be the one in Eastern, but definitely good advantage right now for Tso getting that item out of the way.
All right, I saw a pendant at Thieves Town and 5/6 crystal at Turtle Rock, but it was so quick I could be wrong. Okay, chat confirming what I saw. Big key first item in Hera. Again, you can potentially get both items, but without a sword or a hammer, you can't finish the dungeon.
So both first checks are keys, the big and the small in Hera. Looks like there will be an item on Armos plus the green pendant, so 2 more items for Tso. And there's the mitts! Wow!
Wow!
Okay, that's quite interesting. They're needed, but it doesn't give all the progression to get to Dark World yet. Still need the Moon Pearl. So if you're an Andy fan, you hope Moon Pearl isn't down here in the basement.
Well, most likely it could be is probably gonna. I would say it's most likely going to be Moon Pearl as it's Sahasrara, and you have to do both dungeons for Dark World access.
Yeah, that might happen.
Which, if that's the case, then you're just a sword or a hammer away from having pedestal open. And compass, so I'm assuming that means boss or Trolldorm has an item.
Yep. So it looks like our progression is gonna be at Sahasrara?
Or Gina. And
Agina too, yeah. That's another check.
And that's where Andy's heading.
Oh, the mushroom as well.
Yep.
So we got 3 items here. Okay. 3 possible locations.
Alright, we're gonna see Sahasrara first. And this isn't logic, because we have the bow and the lamp. And it's a sword!
Interesting. Wow. So, yeah, that's actually good for Tso. They'll only have to single dip Hera. So now our Moon Pearl could be on Moldorm.
I mean, if we want to be rather evil, there could be a second sword on Moldorm, and it's Aga for Dark World access.
That'd be gross.
Alright, what's it? Agina. Bombs.
Just bombs, so Mushroom or Moldorm will have our progression.
So again, Andy's gonna get bottlenecked into doing Eastern. We'll get bow and sword.
Yep.
Tso will be able to do the mountain in one go. Or at least, well,
Yep.
Mushroom is... Man, that Eastern Palace today.
Wow.
Tso is going to have to go up the mountain. We'll get Titan's Mitts. He'll probably...
Save a little bit of time single dipping, plus not having to do the basement.
Exactly. Which means you're going to have the 2 pendants. I'd be... Not going to lie. I would seriously be thinking about... Since it's Titan's Mitts Dark World access, I'd be seriously thinking about doing Thieves Town first, then doing Skullwoods, Mire, and just ped.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Yet not uncommon. Our first 3 dungeons able to complete are all pendant dungeons.
And he's about to get their bow. His bow.
Yeah, with that bow, Andy is actually more likely to full clear the dungeon and get the green pendant since he's here.
I mean, at this point, Eastern is all he's got left, and the mushroom. And with their items being in Eastern, I just don't think you would. I don't think you would nope out of pendant Eastern, green pendant Eastern, just to turn in a mushroom. So Tso's into Terra. So we have Dark World access confirmed at this point.
Yeah, just both are gonna have to pick up their last piece.
Mm-hmm. Tso getting set up for the bomb jump.
Nicely done.
Gets Titan's Mitts, so officially has Dark World access at this point. Still gonna kill Trolldorm because that's where the second item is. Yeah, Lumberjack is dead. We may still need Aga for maybe like Hammer or what leads to Hammer in Pyramid Fairy, but right now Aga is mostly not going to be a factor. Fighter Sword, so you're doing the Trolldorm fight the way the game intended you to do it. Which means we will see the Hyper Troll.
Very well done.
Goes. Very nicely done by Tso. And just a piece of heart. That is 2 pendants. Very nice Armos fight from Andy. And with Titan's Mitts, your only way into Dark World is via the Village of Outcasts portal. I think Hammer can be on pedestal with Thieves Town being a pendant. The way that would be prevented is if the small key is in the big chest, because the logic is essentially saying you need the hammer to get that small key to be able to get through. But if the small key is not in the big chest, hammer can be on ped. That's the only way really the hammer is required for the boss, other than if, weapon to take out blind.
Right.
All right, Andy's turning in the mushroom. We'll get Moon Pearl and Dark World access.
Yeah, at this point, with Mitts, you maybe just do Froggy World Tour, and then if you don't get anything, come back and do Thieves Town, and then pull ped.
Possible. It wouldn't be much of a Froggy World Tour since they've got the mirror. You'd be able to just turn them right in.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're going to do that, you're almost better off doing the full Smith chain.
Yeah.
Which is Tso's at least heading south to do, I would assume, Smith chain.
Yeah. Do the digging game first.
Yep. Because you can't take Jeremiah to the digging game. Digging game, you can only pay tickets per person, and they don't have a group deal. Just big 20 there. Gets out just in time. Andy, okay, he opens Thieves Town. Doesn't necessarily mean he's going in.
Most likely we'll check the first 4.
But Tso for certain is grabbing Jeremiah. Would assume after getting Jeremiah, we'll grab the lunchbox and we'll do the south checks, pulling the lunchbox along on the way to Hype Cave. Alright, let's see what's at Jeremiah. Bombos!
All 3 medallions early on is nice.
So we're good on that. SpeedGaming 3 coming in with a rate of 195. Thank you very much. We've got Andy versus Tso. Pretty close so far, to be honest. We've had to do 2 pendant dungeons to get Dark World access.
Yeah, pretty linear to start off.
There's the hammer!
Gotta love when the Mitts and Mire are required to get the hammer there. So that gives us full Dark World access now. So fortunate Tso didn't do that right away, so
I gotta think Andy. You gotta think Andy's gonna do that play too.
Mm-hmm.
If you're committing to doing Dark World checks or the Smith chain checks, and you've got the powder, you're gonna do this. I don't see why you would avoid the play. Okay, Tso gonna go back to Dark World. think you go to pod next. I think you do Hype Cave into pod. Or not. Andy's gonna get it.
Well, yeah, gonna check K45 and Stumpy.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're right there.
By the way, Fachunk gave us a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. More cash. Gonna get the hearts, but not worry about the cash. I mean, you've got enough money at this point.
Yep.
Alright. Time for Hype Cave. What has Johnny Two Bombs got for us today? After the explosive behind the head and blah. Screwed that up. Bloomerang there. Heart container. Sank heart, actually. Bunch of sticks and a piece of heart. The explosive behind the back handshake. That's what I was trying to get out.
Looks like Andy's falling right in Tso's footsteps, getting all these close checks out of the way. Probably head towards pod as well.
More sticks on the pyramid ledge. So yeah, pod is certainly going to be the play here. You've got the front half of Swamp open. You've got Pendant Thieves Town and Pedestal.
Yeah, Hammer also gives us access to East Death Mountain.
And Dark Death Mountain with the Titan's Mitts.
Yeah. Probably want to wait, though, until they hopefully find a hookshot so you can clear all of that in one go. As Andy's going to pick up the half magic here.
Not a bad idea.
Yep. Yeah, I could see both runners do Ice Palace after pod, too.
Oh yeah, Ice Palace is full clearable.
Be kind of tough. Would probably be forced to do hammer cold stare, but it would still be a quick dungeon having the Canis Moria for icebreaker.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, just a bit outside. Small key. Another small key. So I think that's 4. So that means both items here on the left side are going to be potentially non-keys. You have to have 4 keys in the front, especially with lamp. Okay, what do we have here? Key number 5. And a heart container. Ooh.
Not quite in position there, so I'll have to use another one.
There we go.
Some bomb recall from the drop there.
All right. Business is done. Time for the party in the back. There's the big key. Ooh, book. And map. So 6th key is going to be in Harmless Hellway, so you will not see our runners go in there.
Book also opens up the 5/6 Crystalline Desert, which may be completable, may not. Just depends if the boots are needed.
Andy went ahead and grabbed the last key out of Harmless Hellway. And big 20. So, if we had flute, I'd probably go ahead and do desert first. But without the flute and the amount of time it would take to get to walk over to desert, I think Ice Palace is where I'd go next.
Yeah. If need be, they can swim over to... I think they both have 2 bottles, so they can fill one up with a potion if need be, but yeah. Well, the hot play right now is probably Ice Palace after this.
Chad also saying they would probably do Death Mountain, which I wouldn't say no to that. I mean, the way I play, if a crystal dungeon can be completed, that's where I go first. But the amount of items that's up on the mountain, I can kind of see why you would make the play for the mountain. All right, 17 hammer hits to the mask.
Need to
Tso
try
going
hammer
for...
strats on Helmet here. He's got to be careful.
Yep. One more hit and he's down.
Probably, well, that was close, but gets it right at the last second.
Yeah, I meant one more hit and Tso is down, but same for Helmastar, big 20, and first crystal of the game, 44 minutes in.
Andy going for the same strats. Fortunately, getting the fireball spam, but gets a quick kill there. Nicely done.
Tso starting at Link's house. So this could be either to go get potions or go to desert, or go Dark World, get half into Ice Palace.
Well, he may be checking Bombo's tablet here on the way to the desert too. Although, oh yeah, Tso's gonna get the half magic, maybe. Yeah, going for that half magic into Ice Palace.
Yes, chat. Tso never checked a Gita.
Yeah, that's the two outstanding checks both runners have. Andy wasn't able to beat Helma for that last item, and Tso didn't go to Agina.
You mean Trolldorm and Hera?
Yeah. So, otherwise, we're even going into Ice Palace.
Yep.
Yeah, the only check Andy's done that Tso hasn't was an early Agina check.
And with no hook shot, no fire rod, medallions to take up the Pen Gators.
I think he used the wrong medallion there.
Yeah.
To use hammer.
Yeah. Tso, meanwhile, gonna go bomb strats. Hey, nicely done.
Quake is usually the easiest on the Pen Gators here.
Okay, map. So just dungeon items so far to start an Ice Palace. And then I got a Burnicane. So that logically opens up Spike Cave. So there were no small keys in the Hammerlock side, which means hook shot is not going to be logically required. There's a second item of 10 bombs. Here's the first small key.
No. Sorry. Well, there's a good find. Ice Rod and Ice Palace.
so nice, we found it in ice.
Good thing Tso has powder here for the anti-fairy. Getting a little low on health.
Mm-hmm.
As we hear the double heartbeats again.
You know, blue cane, blue bombs, blue rod. This Ice Palace brought to you by Blue Things.
Indeed.
Alright, time for Cold Stare fight. You've only got fighter swords, so you're doing hammer Cold Stare. Which is why Tso's going to the top. If you are on the top of the room, the falling ice blocks will just, as long as they don't hit you directly, they won't shatter. Ooh.
It's chased right off the bat.
But with only green mail, each puffball hug does 4 hearts of damage. So we're on one more hit. Tso's got to be careful.
Oh! Unfortunate. Yeah, it's so tough.
Got a fairy, though, so 2 more hits. Always forget about those fairies.
Andy doing good pinning each puff along the wall and in the corners, so they go down quickly. As both kill at the same time.
Very nicely done.
Get it done.
And gonna get synchronization on the ice, on the crystals. Words. Killer app. Go.
So, yep, this is defining a linear seed. Both are dead even through ice battles. Okay, here's
starting on the mountain. Yep.
So it's heading to the Bombos tablet. Cannot get the item, only having fighter sword, but can read it. And he might be tempted to go back and kill Hamasaur, but without hook shot, probably he'll wait.
Simultaneous little bit of love on tablets. Yeah, he might be tempted, but the thing is you've got the 8 items of light, Dark Death Mountain. You've got the 2 in Super Bunny Cave. Plus, Turtle Rock is kind of open. Key layout's going to play a huge factor in how far he can go in. I just think you would. I don't think you would do.
I'd certainly dip it.
I would probably dip Hera. I would certainly dip Turtle Rock. I would probably only dip Hera after I've checked everything else.
Yeah.
To avoid another climb of the mountain. Oh, chat reminding me. Y'all came here for the hovers with Andy, and he'll for certainly hover Hookshot Cave. Oh, wait. He doesn't have boots to hover, dingus. I'm the dingus, by the way, just so we're clear.
Moment of truth. Is desert boot locked?
Speaking of said boots.
It is not necessarily. Depends if there's a small key. It's soft. Boots soft required. Nope, boomerang. Boots are not required this season as of yet.
There is still that 1 in 22 chance of the torch needing it. There's a small key in desert.
Nothing of note in Paradox Cave there.
Tso gonna go right for Lammo. Makes sense. Second item here, you don't have to worry about the left side or the right side directions. We've got all 3 medallions, so we know we're getting into Turtle Rock. But it's Bombo specifically to get in. Desert Ledge was, in fact, a red rupee.
So nice picking up Ice Rod, nice Palace. This will be a quick fight for Lanmo. Half magic, you can just spam or Ice Rod at the...
We got hook shot in Super Bunny Cave.
Oh boy. You hate to see that there without having boots, because it's sort of a long trek, and if you're holding off waiting to get a hook shot to do those checks, it can sting if you hold off for too long.
So that for certain opens up Swamp Palace, opens up Hookshot Cave as we're seeing right now.
Mm-hmm. And looking like we are a flute and fire rod from go mode.
Nothing in Hookshot Cave, though.
And another sword.
So yeah, and he's heading into Turtle Rock. Now, if we find an item, we're kicked out. The only way we can go all the way through Turtle Rock is if it's small key, big key. Without those 3 keys in that specific order, you're getting kicked out. Not having Fire Rod. Alright, there's a second item in Desert. There's big key, so out you go. Tso's gonna do his mountain play.
Also, yeah, getting that hook shot was pretty good for Andy, because now he can double up on Swamp and Desert at the same time.
For Spike Cave, logically, you need 14. You can get through with 14 hearts, but 14 hearts is the max in hard mode. And then you either need Cannaberna or you need the cape and either half magic or a bottle. A lot really won't matter because as long as you have a bottle and at least seven or 8 hearts, you can just kind of damage boost your way through it. Andy is going to go ahead and go into Spike Cave. Tso's working through the mountain checks. We'll probably get hook shot at Super Bunny Cave. Swamp is full clearable at this point. All right, there's the flute.
Wow. Immediately a flute, which is nice, so.
That puts Mire in play.
Yep.
I know people were saying, you know, go right from swamp to desert. Now you're going and activating the flute, then going to desert so you can combo Mire with it as well.
Right. Yeah, so doing the mountain first, definitely helping out Andy here.
Mm-hmm. And Tso's not far on his heels, though. The real question comes down to his fire rod.
Yep.
And the 1 in 22 chance for boots. So, with an hour in, Tso15 and Andy have been giving us quite an entertaining race, and it has been close. But please be sure to give both of them follows on Twitch for their entertaining race. It's entirely possible that we could have a neck-and-neck race coming down to the wire.
Yeah, as kind of linear as this heat's been, it's been both have shown to have good execution to keep it close with one another.
Chad also reminding us we need at least one more sword.
Yeah.
Andy's setting up the diver down. You flood the key intentionally. Wait for the bomb to go off. And then you're going to set up Samaria block to diver down your way through. And when you walk through the door, switch switches, and you're good to go with the left side. And then you get up, and get back down. Hey, you're swimming again. Okay, piece of heart. And big 20. So nothing on left side.
Two non-dungeon items, though, so you don't feel as bad for checking it first.
Tso's going to get the big key here and then get sent out. Most likely we'll do Spike Cave after this.
Map and bombs. And the blooded chests.
Andy going to be on the way to the Argus fight. But still on Plastic Sword, that means we've got a menu boss today.
With Sword, they can store a sword spin and maybe hook 2 puffs at a time and kill them both, like Andy's doing right here, which is the normal strat nowadays if you have a sword.
Yeah, make a liar out of me. Honestly, I still do menu boss, but
yeah, it worked. Yeah, that works too. And just see, most of the top runners use this strat nowadays. CT so immediately hanging the swamp as well.
yeah, these two have just been going back and forth for most of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, the way items been popping up, it makes sense that the routes haven't diverged too much. But yeah, good phase 2 there for Andy, just spamming the ice rod.
Okay, Andy's gonna go ahead and check Bombo's tablet while
Good
here.
idea.
Yeah, this one's gonna be harder to get back to
Mm-hmm.
if you decide to save and quit and go activate the flute. So I can see you doing this. It's a little bit of love. Now saves and quit. We'll go and activate the flute, and then we'll probably combo Desert and Mire. So after that, basically that just leaves us Thieves Town, Skullwoods, North Dark World checks, Hammer Pegs, because neither had the hammer at the top. Well, they got hammer from the Magic Bat, but I don't think either did Hammer Pegs.
No, they would have had to gone and go through the Dark World portal again up north, and it would just take too much time. And decided to just save and quit and do Purple Chest and Spike Cape. I mean, Hype Cape. Duck has been activated on Andy's side, and he will be heading to the Mire area.
Tso not worrying about left side. Now he'll see that there will be 2 items on the left side, and we'll see if he decides to keep going or leave those 2 items there. Mire Shed having our second sword, so we're just a Fire Rod from Go mode, or potential Go mode pending boots. Apparently there was an item in the big chest also, because we didn't see the big chest get pulled, and that was the big key. So there is also potentially an item there. So 3 items. You'd have to think you'd see Tso do left side with knowing that there's 3 items in the back. Oh, Link forced our tracker saying it was a dungeon item. Okay. Target's down for Tso. Andy heading back to do Lammo. Ooh, Tso was about to leave, then decided to go back in. Alright. Ooh! Oh! That could be potentially huge if Fire Rod is on the bumper cave.
Welp. So Andy gonna check Ward Cave here before going into Misery Mire.
And with it just being cash, into Misery Mire we go. It's Quake today. Okay, out goes Tso. Oh, wrong destination. Gotta activate.
Yeah, probably wanted to go to Sanctuary here.
And then go activate the flute.
So 2 items here in Misery Mire. And of course, immediate big key.
Godmire. You get it when you don't want it. You don't get it when you want it.
Andy deciding not to go straight to Biddy. He's gonna go ahead and check the rest of the dungeon.
I mean, when you're one item go mode, I wouldn't rush it. Plus, you're still looking for potential boots. And the Hawk's about to rock, and we salute you. Tso's going to join Andy in Misery Mire. We'll get Master Sword from Mire's Shed.
First item is only 20 rupees. There's the compass.
Viddy has the item.
It could be a
Oh,
other
yeah.
item too. It could be the other dungeon item too, because he didn't check the cutscene chest.
Which I think that's what Andy's going for now. Alright.
We'll find out shortly.
Vanilla big key chests. Just bombs.
Ooh, just bombs. So our item is not here.
Nope.
So this definitely makes it interesting because there's a couple options still available, and none of them are too tempting.
Skullwoods, all of Thieves Town, Hammer Pegs, Graveyard Ledge,
Catfish,
Bumper Ledge. Which, if you're rooting for Tso, you're wanting it to be Bumper Ledge. Pedestal has not been checked. And it is very much possible that either Boots or Fire Rod could be at Pedestal. But Andy is going to be first into the Vitreous fight.
solid damage strats, and quickly takes out the eyes, and Viddy is toast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I tried this. How is it you're able to hold... I thought you lost your sword spin if you take damage. So how is he being able to keep the sword spin in order to be able to do that? Or am I wrong? Can you still?
I don't think your sword won't do the pokey effect when you're in when you have iframes.
I see. Environmental damage doesn't cancel spin there. Okay. So you have to be hit by the slime, not by the eyeballs. Got it.
So Andy decided to do Skull Woods first. You have either that choice, or maybe do Thieves Town first and then go up here to search Skull Woods and then pull Ped. But we'll see if this decision pays out for him.
We will see. Can I go ahead and
Two items? Oh, already first item there, just a heart container.
Yep. Tso gonna pull out the cape and just spam the sword, which will slow down the magic drain.
So I think Tso skipped the cutscene chest.
And there's both items.
Yep, 2 heart containers, so Tso has a suggestion here. We'll have to either double dip for that second item or skip it.
He's skipping it. And he's about to check bumper to ledge.
Moment of truth.
Is Andy screwed? Nope.
No. $50, so the cape is not needed.
I mean, it's useful in hard mode, but not logically required.
Another green 20 in Graveyard Ledge. Andy at 14 hearts, so every heart piece or heart container at this point is going to be a green 20. Andy hard skipping Thieves Town right now. Maybe thinking that Tso might have checked the first 4 early or something.
All right. Catfish, what do you got? Another bottle that Andy just isn't even bothering with.
Yeah, I don't think he needs it. But, yeah, Tso didn't check the pet either. So, this is going to be a surprise to both of them if they go for pet.
It's basically Thieves Town, Hammer, Pegs, and Pedestal at this point.
Yeah.
Tso's basically just been following. I mean, they've both been kind of just on the same exact path this entire race. There really just hasn't been a point where either runner's like wildly diverged in order for one or the other to kind of.
Yeah, the spread of items has made that hard for it to be for the route to diverge too much. But if it's right here in the first 4 of Thieves Town, you gotta feel bad. You gotta feel like, oh, I've lost this race.
There's Big Key. Small Key.
Not in the first 4, so
Gonna keep
keeps
going.
it interesting. Yep. Yep.
Tso skips the bottle too.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't lose any more time knowing you might be last location in the fire rod.
All right. Tso's heading into Thieves Town. All right. Attic chest. There's the fire rod.
Yep. So, not on Ped today. Andy's heading straight to Skullwoods and then to TR.
And right now we are just a 1 in 22%. 1 in 22%. 1 in 22 chance of the GT Big Key being on the torch. We found both items in Skullwood, so we're not finding the boots here. Really just gonna be a question of, do you find them in Turtle Rock along the way?
So yeah, Andy has a bit of a lead here. Still dungeon and a half to clean up before GT, so not totally over yet.
No. And, I mean, the caliber of runner that Andy is, Master Sword Silverless is obviously the hardest one to do. You would expect that Andy has the capability to, has done it enough to where it's not a problem, but, in one errant position in terms of a Ganon fall or a Ganon hug, and it's not unthinkable to think that execution could still play into who wins this race.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tso's got the fire rod and noping out. Crystal number 6 for Andy.
Yeah, Andy still has his fairy, so he should be good on health.
Tso's going to head in for his Mothfield fight. All right, into Turtle Rock for Andy.
Nice hammer strats on Modular for Tso, makes up a little time there.
Very nicely done. Okay, 2 keys in the roller room.
So if Andy gets a... Ooh, dead rocked. If Andy gets a small key here in the chain chomp room, he'll be able to god mode Turtle Rock.
But it's Hyrule and Andrew Jackson. Now he most assuredly will skip the lava chest. Andy not going to bother with the big chest either. There's a small chance that the lava chest has the 1 key and the big chest has the other one. Andy not worrying about it. There's Compass.
Yeah, we'll look for a small key on the laser bridge, maybe check all of them in case there's a an extra sword.
Okay. Here we go with laser bridge. Sticks. There it is. Small key. And he's going to keep looking. Hyrule and Andrew Jackson. And a map.
Tso playing it safe. Oh my gosh. As of course, they're not playing nice here. Oh, forgot the key. Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Oh, can't be making these mistakes here.
No. And you're going to go with Hammer Trinex here.
Yep. It's that time.
Down to phase 2. If you're getting your guesses in chat, we haven't started the butt yet. You might want to wait a minute. But Trinex is down. Varvite, you gave us a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. And with that, there are 22 locations where that Ganon's Tower bit key can be in the basement of Ganon's Tower. If you want to play in our guessing game, did the bot actually start? Looks like the bot. Yeah, I did finally start again. Mods have to do that, not Jex Reffies. Anyway, Killer App, what's your guess?
I usually go early, so I'll go late this time and say 16.
All right, I'm saying 3 for Torch. Lumber Llama giving us a Twitch Prime sub 2 months in a row. Thank you very much. All right, guesses are closed. All right, chest number 1. Small key number 2. And you're gonna mirror.
Gonna go left.
Number 3, small key. We are finding the big key. Jaxie giving us a tier 2 sub for 8 months in a row. Sorry, Killer App.
I said, so, yeah, boots are not required unless Andy or Tso really misuse their keys here, which I don't think will happen. Well, anyway, it was number 4. So early big key. Oh my gosh, and the tempered right next to it. So
Wow,
yeah, Andy in the driver's seat now.
That is huge. Epitorin, I think that's how you say your name. Epitorin. There we go. Epitorin, you guessed it. And so you get the 50 points. Super Malmo World and Will WC also guessed number 4, so they're getting points also.
For fan Andy covers the sea, this is a sad day. But be happy he is in a good position to take it here, but it's not over yet. The hammer hit on next.
All right, Lambo 2. Lambo 2 down. And he's just making his way through. Pretty straightforward. No boots for the one room with the laser eyes, but Andy had no problem with that, and now we're in Troll Dorm 2.
Nice quick fight there. And a compass in the final chest. Good lineup here.
Very nice.
Fortunately, the blue balls will stop from being a quick fight, but very well done on Nagatu.
Very well done indeed. And so it's time for the big pig. Gotta say, this race was pretty much neck and neck the whole time. Like, I'm impressed with how Andy and Tso basically just kind of stayed with each other the whole race.
Yeah.
There were a lot of points where you could have made divergence, and both of them basically just kind of stayed on the same route. Andy making quick work of phase 1 and 2. Now Tso got tempered. And with no silvers, it's spin and win time. 12 sword. Oops.
Yeah, 12 sword spins, and it's that will seal the deal.
Yeah, we'll do it. Sorry to step on you there, Killer App.
No, it's all right.
It's been a pleasure having you in the commentary booth.
Yeah, it's fun. Been a good race, good commentary. And we'll also like a moment to thank our tracker, Link Force. She's done a great job helping us out today.
Yep. As was noted in the chat, we had a little bit of issue with Tso's getting his stream going early, so because of that, we're going to have to forego interviews because of that, because we got to get to the Willard J. Bradley as it says race. And so now Andy has finished with an official SRL time or race time GG time of 1 hour 42 minutes and 24 seconds. I can go ahead and report the Tso15 finished with a time of 1 hour 46 minutes and 28 seconds. We have got to get going to get the next race underway. So for Andy, for Tso15, for Link Force 0, our tracker, Killer App 3023, my co-commentator, I am Jex Reffi. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next mission.